Ready, guys?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Welcome aboard, ladies and gentlemen. UTL Stadium Tour takes us to Kinder, Louisiana, here at Kinder High School, sitting with the Yellow Jackets. Very excited to be back here in Kinder. Always a great time whenever we come here and watch some Yellow Jacket football right here at John C. Buck Stadium. Excited for the fall. Can't wait to see what the guys have to say today. They always welcome me back with open arms, and I can't say enough about this program. Love it here, and I can't wait to talk a little Yellow Jacket football. Thank you guys for sitting with me today. Let's get right to it. I will let y'all introduce yourself at this time.
My name is Lee Landry. I play right guard and nose guard, and I'm going to be a senior at Kinder High School.
My name is John Roberts. I'm number 40. I play running back and free safety, and I'm a senior.
My name is Brandon Perkins. I'm from Kinder. I play receiver and free safety.
My name is Peyton Simeon. I'm a receiver, and I'm number 13. And I'm going to be a senior this year.
My name is Tristan Rosas. I'm number 15. I play wide receiver and DB.
My name is Monroe Guidry. I play center and D-end, number 50, and I'm going to be a senior this year as well.
My name is Mason LaFargue. I'm number 12. I'm going to play DB and safety this year, and I'm a senior.
My name is Cooper Livens. I kick, punt, play DB, and I'll be a senior.
Great group of young men that get to sit down with me today. I'm blessed that Coach has allowed them to come spend their afternoon with me to talk a little Yellow Jacket football. Let's get started, fellas. Right now, the off season, we in high gear. I already know how this group works. We're in high gear. We're fixing to get into fall camp not too long from now. Right now, how's it been going? What's the mindset right now in the locker room?
I'd say it's just to keep putting in the work, and being consistent. We're doing a lot of speed training, and I think it's really been showing, in our scrimmage and stuff. And I think it's just being consistent, showing up.
I say it would be to be better than last year. We had a good season last year. We just kept on grinding, kept on building up our little franchise we got, and I feel like we can make it even further than we did last year with, of course, the help of Coach Reed and with all the training that he's been taking us through.
Absolutely.
I'll say we'll be able to dominate a lot better than what we did last year, especially with the group we have. Even though we're young, we're also a lot explosive than last year, so we'll be able to move the ball around, especially on offense and defense.
Good.
Yeah, I also like how Coach Reed's making it tough on us when we're working out and stuff. So when things get tough in the games, we're able to get through it and be able to push through adversity and stuff.
The consistency we're going through in this time right now is just we're pushing each other to our limits, and that's really helping our team. And I think it's going to push us forward in the road games.
I think the hard work we're going to put in is really going to pay off in this season, and I think we're going to go far.
Yeah, we've had a long off season this year, working very hard, and now that this is our second year with this offense, I feel like we're a lot more accustomed, and we're going to do a lot better this year. So I think we're going to have a very great season.
Yeah, this offseason's been really good. Just everybody being consistent, working on speed rather than putting on bulk and mass, and because that's where we felt our weakness was coming off the field, and what we need to work on all off season was the speed of which we play football at here.
Okay.
I feel like the 7-on-7s though, like against Leesville in the tournament, helped us build chemistry within each other. Helped our quarterback especially because with all the routes we run, helps him to put the ball where he needs to and help him see it against the defense once it comes.
Yeah. Won't harp on much from last year, but I do have to ask this group, what did it mean to you to play on Thanksgiving week? Also, I want to know your biggest takeaways from that night, and has it fueled and motivated this group going into the offseason? We'll start there. What did it mean to you to play on Thanksgiving week? Your biggest takeaways that night, and has it fueled and motivated you?
It was special for sure. That was like the furthest that we have made it, as seniors since our freshman year. Well, our whole high school career. And I think it just gave us a taste of what it's like to get that far into the playoffs, and it's like motivating us to want to get there again and even further than that.
I'd say pretty much the same thing that Lee said. The atmosphere was special, but before the games, we had everybody, the whole community come around, and we all ate, and they played and everything. And it was fun, like playing Union Parish, especially in the quarterfinals. Since all of us have never been there besides last year, I'd say it was a really great feeling. And some takeaways from that, I feel like the pressure was high, and we kind of fought under pressure a little bit. But I think with this group we have now, I think if we got to the quarterfinals again, it'd be a better game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think honestly we're a very blessed team to be playing during Thanksgiving. Many teams don't get that, pleasure to play, and I feel like during that night, we had takeover on home side and everything, and I feel like Union really pointed out our weakness that we had. So I feel like this year we're going to come out a lot stronger than last year.
Yeah, I felt great during the Thanksgiving game. There were some teams that were not even playing during that time. I was just very blessed to be able to see our team go out there and be able to play during Thanksgiving. But yeah, I'm just ready to do better.
I think it was a very special moment for all of us, getting out there and being able to play on Thanksgiving. But it's definitely fueled the fire that we lost that game, and I hope we come back way stronger this year. I know we will.
Yeah, the atmosphere was great. I like being there. I don't know if we're going to go there again, but hopefully. And the guys around me helped me get there. That was really what it was about, the team.
Yeah, it was about the accomplishment of making there. Like Lee said, after all of our 3 years of playing football, we've never made it that far. So it was the feeling of being able to do that for our community. Everybody was excited. It was a great moment. And then to take away from that, I mean, I feel like we're going to be a lot better this year, noticing what we've done in the past. So.
Yeah, no, it's very special. Not many kids get to make it that far. When you get that far into the playoffs, the number rankings don't matter that much anymore. You know you're going to be up for a fight no matter what week you play at that far. So I think it was an eye-opener to how they play football that late into the playoffs and how much different teams are in terms of speed, size, and no matter what you do during those weeks, you can't comprehend like trying to build up speed like they play over there in Union in a week, but we've accomplished that during the offseason this year.
There you go. Let's stay with you. Upcoming scrimmage, jamboree, what do you want to see from your team in those games?
Probably team chemistry, that we're all building together, finally gelling, and we're going to see what we're going to be over the course of the 10-week span we do get to play, and hopefully we get to play into the playoffs and how we'll transform into what we've done this offseason.
What do you want to see?
I would love to see a lot more chemistry with, like, now that our quarterbacks had the same, he's going to have the same receivers for this year almost, so he's going to have more chemistry with them. Our defense has switched up a lot people-wise, so I would love to see the chemistry with everybody working together in that department.
I mean, I would like to see us win, obviously, but I want to see everybody come together and be a driving force to get that W.
Yeah, I mean, we do have a lot of communication with each other, but I just want to see us all work together and have, just really strong communication with each other. Our defense is going to be strong this year. We've got a bunch of new inputs and stuff. It's going to be nice.
Yeah, one thing I want to see is both sides of the ball, how we work together and stuff. I know that our quarterback is getting more confident with receivers now, and our defense is how we're working together and just building more chemistry.
I like to agree with everyone said, but not in a negative way. But seeing mistakes on the field, that's what I would like to see because they're to help us during the long run during the season. So
I like to see our defense be a lot very explosive. I like to see us get to the ball every play and just to see how much we can wear down an offense. I'd also like to see how good our line does holding up. Since I'm the running back, I rely on their line a lot. So I just see how they really go into a game and their mentality and how hard they play. Because we've been playing 7-on-7s, we know how we play power on the passing game. So I'm ready to see what it's like with the big boys in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see our team bonding, our team come together and hold each other accountable. I feel like our team's really close this year, and I feel like we have some leaders that will hold others accountable for their mistakes.
Yeah. Once the summer wraps up here at Kinder, we get into fall practice. You look back, how did this group win the summer? When we look back, how did this group win the summer? We're almost there.
Start with me.
Whoever wants to answer for the group.
You could say aggression was a big thing. We had a lot of consistency and aggression into the weight room. With speed training, we came out it was Tuesdays working on speed training, getting everybody faster. And there was a lot of competition working on everybody. So a lot of people got new PRs on how fast they ran. So we had a lot of aggression, a lot of consistency, and it was a very great off season for everybody in this community.
I'd say speed. Since we're not the biggest team, we could be the fastest team, and that could put us on top of a lot of other teams out there. Also, I think we implemented team over me a lot this summer, and just built chemistry this summer, which will help us out a lot during the season.
Another way we won this summer, I would say to the coaches, summer workouts, waking up early in the morning and having a workout, and then coming back in the afternoon and do training like drills, speed drills, and all that really helps build your mindset onto the season that's coming up.
Yeah. What does a championship level week of practice look like here?
Well, I mean, Monday we start on Sunday because we usually practice in the morning. We start on Sunday afternoon. We watch film. Coaches break down the film on the weekends. We come here Sunday. They break it down, give us the game plan, and we start Monday with new install, whether it be a new run install, new pass protection, new pass play. That's on Monday. Then y'all can explain the rest of the week.
Tuesday would be where we break down wouldn't it be our next opponent's offense and how we would attack that. So that would usually be our Tuesday.
I'd say the practices would be pretty high intensity, like about middle of the week. Start of the week is pretty much learning what offense you're going to run, what defense you're going to run against us, who are we playing against, and just noticing what they do, like the little tweaks they have in their offense, like say where they pull on a certain play, where they run the ball on a certain play, what hole they hit mostly. So I'd say it's pretty intense because I mean it's playoffs. We're going to play a very good team that wants to beat us just as bad as we do them. So yeah, I'd just say it's pretty intense.
I also say our scout team helps us out a lot with watching what they do, their little tweaks, helping us be able to go out there and actually see it when we practice, so we can be able to see it on the field and be able to try to relate it to the game.
I'll say our hard coaching. During that time of the season, our coaches, expect more of us during that time to practice harder, to play harder and come out there and be more physical.
What's one drill or film session or a small detail this team takes seriously that others may overlook?
Definitely in the film room. Sometimes we'll have people play around and stuff, and Coach Reed, he'll be like, "Do y'all really want to win this game?" Whatever, and he gets on our butt about it. So it's pretty tough in that film room, since we gotta. Coach Reed's trying to get us as well prepared as we possibly can, and we have been prepared a lot throughout last season, getting ready for them. So I think the film room is pretty much important, or very important.
Practice film, I feel like is where we focus on a whole lot, and I feel like other teams may not focus on practice film. We take very hard precautions on that, noticing where we did wrong, fixing it the next practice. So that's one place I feel like we take very serious.
How do you avoid complacency after you reach success? Had a lot of success a year ago. How do you avoid complacency?
Well, I feel almost getting there shouldn't be enough for any of us. I feel like that should fire us to get more and go to the state championship next year.
Don't get happy with what you accomplished last year. Like that, yeah, that was a blessing to make it that far. Not many kids do, but you should always want to better yourself, better for the team, no matter what, year in and year out. Whether that's you go 0-10 or 10-0 and win the championship, you should always want to do better.
Yeah, we were comfortable making it to the Union game, but we just expected more after realizing our mistakes that we made that resulted in us losing the Union game.
I say to keep our head high. Don't fall into the trap that we just made it there. You know, we're better than most team out there. I think we learned how to deal with that during the season against South Bow, because you know we were on fire. We were winning games. South Bow came over here. We were like they're a push off, but then they ended up beating the crap out of us. So I think they helped us out a lot to keep our heads still high and to not worry about the past before the quarterfinals even came.
Walk me through in-game adjustments if something's not going right on the field. Walk me through that process.
Well, I know for sure that after every offensive session, the Coach Mato meets with the linemen at the TV. They discuss something. No matter what, they're discussing something. Coach Reed, he watches going into halftime. Coach Reed and Coach Manuel and Coach Bo, they watch offense and defense and pick out little things that maybe we're not doing right that we could help maybe get a better edge on what we're going to do going into the second half. So that's a big adjustment into halftime that we're all going to take place during the locker room.
Okay.
Yeah, same with our receiver coach, Coach Scully. You know, he pulls us to the side after when defense goes out and shows us on the TV what routes we can run on certain defenders, and so that helps us in the game a lot.
When the defense comes back in, Coach Bo really gets on us about all the mistakes we made. And he's really tight, but you know he gets on us about it, and it helps us during the game with the adjustments.
Okay. Can you share a moment when football challenged you beyond just the physical, maybe the mentally or emotionally side?
Probably switching from our afternoon practices to our morning practices. You know, it kind of like it's easy to go to practice after school because you're already here. But waking up and coming before school, that's like a mental challenge that you have to decide you're gonna want to do that.
In a game, I say I have two games that I felt that. One would be a Voiles and one would be the Westlake game before the Union Parish game. But only because we had a bunch of turnovers, we'd get the ball, turn it right over, defense would have to go right back out. So we'd have to adjust to that. We'd have to better our mindset and have just hit each play and to make sure that we were bringing each play, because I mean we had to come up with something in order for them not to score, and the outcome turned out in our favor. So.
I said the Union game, you know, it goes to show that we needed to be more physical as a team, and also we have to have a better mindset and not let things get in our head during the game.
I'd say the Warriors game, we just had, like John said, a bunch of turnovers. Just kept going back and forth, but we were blessed to come out with the W. But it just really messes with you when you go back and forth like that.
I think during the South Bow game, just the coaches having to get on us about stuff. I mean, it was very challenging to try to get back and try to win that game. I mean, it didn't turn out right, but we definitely changed our mindset and the way we played after that.
Like the commitment as no lineman, I have to trust in my running back that it will do the right thing, and just believe in my team, commit to this team.
Mine was probably the Westlake scrimmage right before the season started. I played that game and had many mistakes, and whenever that game had finished, I really questioned if I was going to start that year. So that was a big one for me.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely the South Bow game. We kind of pushed them off as a team that we may have beat bad in the past few years, and like we just kind of pushed it off. Oh, it's another team that we beat over the past couple of years. This ain't nothing. Then when we got into the game, it was a big like, whoa, like this ain't the team we've been playing over the past couple of years. And it was just the mentally side of things. Changed our outlook on how we went about the rest of the season.
Can you think of a time that one of your coaches has pushed you past what you thought were your limits?
Yeah, probably. This spring scrimmage. Doing more. They counted more on me this year than they probably did last year in the spring scrimmage. So yeah, probably.
I would have to say it. Probably practices where they're mostly the hardest. I mean, I've never felt like it was overbearing, but I feel like that's where they're always the hardest, making sure you're ready for the next game. And I feel like that's where.
Oh, like before we talked about when Coach Monte would bring us to the TV after every offensive drive. He really pushed me to do better and watch the film and fix my mistakes every time.
Definitely, Coach Scully getting on us about our hands and the ways to catch the football and just be perfect in our routes and just really work on each other's chemistry with the quarterback.
I'd say our latest 7-on-7 we had, Coach Scully pushing us, the receivers group, to go out there and just go strong. After every play, just keep on going. Even if we went out of bounds, we'd get right back on the ball and keep on going.
Yeah, I'll say I agree with Tristan and Peyton about with catching with two hands and being with Coach Scully. You know, he really pushes us to be, try to be a perfect receiver. And he pushes where we have that mindset, if I can really do it. But he's always by our side, and he pushes knowing that we can.
I'd say definitely this spring and summer. I played back at running back and strong safety, and we had a pretty good running back. But now I'm going to have to take up his spot as starter. So I'd say me playing both ways this spring and summer has helped me a lot and helped me mentally to come into the season.
I'd probably say the Orville's game, just with how much defense we had to play. And I wasn't a starter at the time, so playing as much as we had to play that game, it was kind of like, man, like we kind of got to get a break, but we just had to keep pushing to get that win.
Last year I got to see you guys a couple times, and what I noticed is how you would finish games in the fourth quarter. We talk about how much pride do you take in being a fourth quarter team?
I think we take a lot of pride in being a fourth quarter team. When we're playing against a team, we always want to be better than them in the fourth quarter because they're tired, and we don't want to be tired. We don't want to be that team that gives up in the fourth quarter. We want to make it all the way through. Like at practice, Coach Reed pushes us to. He always tells us, imagine if it's fourth quarter. It's our last job. The guys threw our touchdown. What are we going to do in this situation? And that's when we kind of intensify practice, and we be the best at it that we possibly can.
I feel like after that softball game, that really pushed us to move the ball and really speed up and start keeping our foot on the gas. Once we would go past teams, and after halftime, we would just keep on going and keep the tempo up.
We definitely take a lot of accountability in our fourth quarter. I mean, when the boys are out there, we're fighting a lot in the fourth quarter because we practice like it's a fourth quarter. Like it's the end, we're all tired, we're ready to go, and we're still pushing and going out there.
I'd say our style of play too helps us a lot with that. We go fast each play, whether if the defense is ready or not, we're still going to snap the ball. And I feel like that gets us in good shape as well for the fourth quarter since we're constantly running plays back to back to back to back.
Your biggest question mark going into 2025, what is it?
How close can we get as a team? Like, I want to see us be a really well-bonded team to keep our composure.
Keys to success in 2025, what are they?
Consistency and, like I said again, bonding, being a team.
Same two questions.
I'd say the first question would be, let me think about it a little bit
That's
longer.
fine.
I'll say my first two is be close to perfect, less mistakes, and that's really my two that I have.
I'd say how some young guys that might step up, how they handle adversity, and just how we can be a stronger team out there.
I feel like our biggest question is how close can we get as a team, and then how far we can get.
Probably one of my biggest question marks is how the O-line is going to fit together, because this year we got a lot of new faces at the O-line, and hopefully it goes well.
My biggest question would probably be how much we can rely on each other in moments of in a football game, how much we can rely on somebody to win that one-on-one, to win that block. And the key components would be probably consistency and aggression, and then just reliability of teammates, how much you can help each other out.
My biggest question is probably new guys we got fitting into spots that maybe seniors filled last year, and how they control themselves, how they handle. And I'd say the key to that would be trusting in yourself, relying on what the coaches have told you, like trusting on what their plan is for you, consistency.
My biggest question would probably be about this season is not to look at the teams last year as still as their past self. Like imagine if they got better, and we also got better. So we got to play them just like they're just as good as a team as say Union Parish was. We got to stay to that peak. And I say our biggest key is to get to the ball and to not be scared. To not be scared to hit whoever's in front of you, to block whoever's in front of you, and to just be aggressive and to act like you want to win the game.
Let's go to you, quarterback. Give me what have you seen from him this offseason where he's really transitioned his game from a year ago. Talk to me about the quarterback that will lead the charge this year, whoever wants to take the
I feel like after the 7-7 game, I see that he's very confident in the pocket, being able to trust his receivers and be able to go out there and knowing he can step up and throw it.
I feel like to relate to Peyton during the 7-on-7, there were some times where he was a little iffy, but we came together as a team and helped him out, and after that we just winning games back to back. So I feel like as a team we should have that brotherhood with him, and we should tell him or let him know that we're right here with him through it. So.
I'd say his maturity into leading the team and his confidence going into the game to stick in there with your team because he's the most important key to our offense. And he's starting to act like it too. He's starting to help everybody around him get better, and that's what I feel about it.
Like they said, he's gaining a lot of confidence, and he's also taking accountability of his actions and his mistakes, and he's fixing it, and he's helping all of us win closer as a team.
Yeah. Let's go to the running back position. Sitting with me today, anybody else that will talk? Is it a guy? Is it like going to be a guy that's going to get a workload, or should we expect a few more faces this year? And what's some things that you worked on? Was it more technical, or was it more strength, speed? What were some things that you worked on? And do we have some other guys that will have a big load this year?
I'd say it was pretty balanced for me, both strength and speed. I got my weight up from last year, and I got my speed up from last year because I want to work on getting the ball as soon as I get the ball, exploding into the hole where I need to hit. And Coach Reed has helped me out with that a lot with my footwork and to where I need to be at this exact time when Isaiah goes and hands the ball off. But I'd say we probably have a good little workload behind me when I get tired because I play both ways.
Right.
I try my best not to get tired, but I trust the people behind me there.
We got quite a few guys this year that's gonna
Yes, sir.
be in the back too.
Yes,
Two,
sir.
three?
2 or 3, about 3.
Yeah, 2 or 3.
And what separates each back? What's their traits?
I'd say one of them is strong
Aggressive.
and he's just ready to go in there. I'd say me, I'm a more technical back, I'm a more shifty back, and
Our other one's very shifty.
pretty balanced back. I don't want to brag myself in that because I still got to work on stuff, but
Yeah,
I'd say our running back game is looking pretty good.
good to hear. Receiver room. Talk to me about this group and how much it could be a factor on Friday night that can give opposing defenses trouble because it's a good group here.
Yeah, this year is going to be a lot more bad for the other teams because we have a huge receiver room, and especially if you went to the 7-on-7, you could see that all the receivers that we had at least scored 3 or more touchdowns.
Yeah, I feel like the receivers, after workouts, we would try to get together and just put in some stuff that we would just want to get to know and be able to have that bonding so when we're out there in the game, we know if, like our defense, if they're down or something, we can make a call or something.
And another year in the system with a returning quarterback, that's got to do wonders for this offense,
For sure.
for the receiver room.
Yeah, I think we only lost 2 receivers last year.
Yeah, so we've got relatively the same amount of receiver and the same receivers, so the chemistry is going to be the same. They've worked with this quarterback before, so we have a great group of receivers coming.
We've all got our skill up a lot. Catching is better. Like King said at the 7-on-7 game, everything's just improving. We all made big plays that got us pretty far in the 7-on-7 tournament.
Let's go to the offensive line. Some guys graduated. Talk to me about returning starters wise. How many do we have to plug in, and what have they worked on this summer to get up to speed to be ready to go on a Friday night?
Well, we pretty much have a brand new O-line. You know, I mean, a few played a little bit last year, but the only starter from last year is Monroe.
Okay.
But even though it's like a young O-line, I feel like we're well prepared. You know, every day after every workout, we stay and we do, you know, like 30 minutes of drills and just working.
So
You
it
know,
was a
trying-
big off season for y'all then.
Yeah, we're just, you know, we've been getting a lot better, you know, and then strength and speed wise too, we've gotten a lot better, you know, even for a young O-line.
Even though I feel that we're young, I think the extra work we're putting in is really going to help them. And I feel like they're going to work hard no matter what.
Okay.
Definitely maturity with them. I feel like they've been dedicated to the grind this summer, and especially with their technique and stuff, our coaches have been getting them right on that, and definitely their strength is starting to get up there.
Let's go to the other side of the football, the defensive side of football. Could be a strength of this team, correct?
Yes,
Talk
sir.
to me about the style of play expected there, and what are we? Are we good front seven? Are we good secondary? Talk to me about a little bit about those pieces there. Do we have to replace somebody? How many?
Most of our secondary on the left side of the ball was replaced. We had 3 people in the secondary department going. We had 1 linebacker going, and then 2 D linemen going. But our D line looks very great, especially with Joey McNeely here helping. He's got our D line really, really good right now. Our linebackers look great, and then we've had a lot of work in our secondary recently. You know, getting these newer players accustomed to playing in this set of defense.
I think
Yeah.
coming into the spring, into the summer, the secondary is probably what I was most worried about because we had three of our starters gone. We had to bring in some younger guys and also some experienced guys, but some that haven't really played defense. But over this course, I feel like they've gotten a lot better, and that we can all trust each other in either in a one-on-one situation or in a big-time game. I'd also like to say that our linebackers and our D-line pretty aggressive. I'd say they like to get to that ball, and they're going to be pretty good for us this year.
Good to hear. Big summer, big off season in the weight room. Give me some rules that apply in there to this program.
Don't skip any reps. No matter if you're tired or not, just be consistent and be true to yourself. Just trust yourself that you're not skipping, you're not cutting your team short. Whether that's skipping a rep or not sprinting full to the line or whatever. Just trust yourself and be honest with yourself that you're going to do everything to help your team out in the fall.
I'd say to put in the most amount of work you can. You know, it's you versus you in the weight room, and whether you're sprinting in the weight room, you're always trying to get your best time and beat yourself from last time. So I'd say if you did that in the weight room and in the speed drills and in the hurdles and everything we do, if you act like it's you versus you in there, then you act like it's you versus you out there on the field. So I'd say that's probably the biggest key in there.
We do mostly focus on explosion. About everything we do in this all season was explosion versus like sprints, weight room, hurdles. Everything was to explode off the ball, get everybody faster. So that was a main component of this all season.
Younger guys that come into the program, you were once younger guys, now you're the veteran seniors. How do you get them to understand right out the get-go, hey, we're not here to chase stats, we're here to build a team-winning culture?
Sometimes you gotta give them a hard time. Maybe sometimes you gotta, tell them how it is. We can't have people who are questioning whether you're thinking this or you're thinking that. We all gotta be on the same page, whether you think a different way or not. We gotta hold all of ourselves accountable to what we need to do so that we can get to the dome this season.
Yeah, and you gotta set good examples. You have to if they see that you're showing up and putting in the work every single day, that they'll start. Well, maybe I should do that too. If you start skipping as a senior, then they're going to be like, well, it's not that important, so we can skip too. You have to just set good examples.
I would like to relate to Lee. I say you got to be a good role model. You know, dominate everywhere you go, on the football field, in the weight room, in the classroom, and you know, as long as you dominate, they'll follow you.
There you go. If you could speak to your younger self before the first high school football game, what would you tell yourself?
Give more effort. I'm gonna be honest as myself. I didn't, try as hard as I should have, and I feel like I could have been a lot better if I would have. So all the freshmen just put in the work now.
You talking about like the first football game you started, or I'd say keep on grinding, keep on working your way up, and just keep your head high and just play the best you possibly can.
I say keep working, you know, because you have better things in life that's waiting for you.
I say stay the course and everything will fall out how you likely wanted to.
Just be patient and keep grinding as hard as you possibly can.
I would say it goes by quick and to cherish every moment you play.
I'd probably say stop being so worried because every time I get into a game, I get very, very anxious. So that's one thing I'd probably say.
Yeah, I'd probably say relax, just stay calm, trust what's going to happen, and stay the course of over the next, or told myself stay the course over the next 4 years and just go about your business and fine.
One of my favorite things whenever I come to this stadium is I get here early enough to see the jacket walk. Talk to me about your first experience of the jacket walk and what do you remember from that day and knowing that you're going into your senior year, how special it is now that you're those guys as seniors.
I'd say the talk. We go in the gym and we do our warm-ups, and at the end, before we do our laughs, we do 10 perfect push-ups. Before that, coach talks to the seniors, and however, we only have so many games left as seniors, and he'll say to cherish it. Try your hardest, so you gave your 100%. Even if we lose, as long as you gave 100%. And that talk always sticks with me.
I'd say the jacket walk is like legendary. I'm just like you. Before I got into high school, I'd always come early before the games just to watch the jacket walk. And being in the jacket walk, walking out that gym, and then the band's playing, people are looking at you, cheerleaders out there. It's awesome, and it's a big old confidence builder. And for me, and my first time being out there, I was like, it's like I made it pretty much. It's crazy.
Yeah, I like to relate to John. Before, as we in the gym, coach gives us a speech before every game. It really motivates us, and when we walk out, we've got to go out there and have that mindset to win.
Yeah, I think the jacket walk's pretty good because as a kid, you see that it's really likes football. It really motivates them to want to be one day or be able to be in that program.
Going out on your first jacket walk, it's an experience. You're hyped, you're ready to go, and then that talk right before the game. You get in your head about stuff, and then you relax when that jacket walk comes out. And you get hyped with your team, and it's just very fun.
I think it's very electric seeing all those people there, the community coming there for you, and letting you know that what you do is important and people like to see it.
Yeah, the jacket walk is one of the most thrilling things before a football game. You get the talk, and you all get in the line. You walk out there, the band's going crazy. And one thing I always remember every time you get out there, Coach Monto gets up into the stadium and plays "Run This Town" on the speakers, and that's one song I love hearing right before a football game.
Yeah, I'd say it's special watching it as a kid, being a ball boy, watching all the past teams walk down it. It's special, and seeing the community when you finally do it, seeing the community show up, and seeing how much football means to them in this town is very special.
It's all right if I get a couple favorites from this group? That's
Yes,
cool.
sir.
Let's start with you. Your favorite memory as a Yellow Jacket, what is it?
The last season, probably beating the Bulls, seeing that our team was together in the fourth quarter, turning over the ball, getting it back, and just having a dog fight all the way to the end.
Mine was probably the game against Oakdale. I got a pick, and I was never known to have very good hands, so I got that catch. And everybody was excited about it. It was a very exciting moment. I love that.
Oh, one of my
Another
favorite
one this year.
one of my favorite moments was the Logansport game where when we ran out, they had a bunch of fireworks and it was magical.
My favorite moment was definitely at Logansport game when Trey got that pick six. That was so fun.
Kick
punt?
seat.
Yeah,
They
it was a
blocked the
punt.
punt and he picked it up and ran it back.
That was nuts.
Yeah, it was crazy. We all got so hype after that.
I think my favorite memory was the Wesley game. I caught a pass and everybody was hyped from there. That just set us up there.
I said Logansport game. You know, that game we really wasn't. We was doubted. We know we wasn't supposed to win, but we came out and showed out, and our defense and offense dominated, and we ended up winning.
I'd probably say my first game starting my sophomore year. That game put me on the map, and I started. And since then, I've just been grinding to get better than I was right there. But that game against Bro Bridge was definitely special to me.
I have to say our playoff game against Westlake, our first playoff win in high school. It's just like a core memory. You know, it's our first playoff win, so it's always a game that's going to stick with me.
Favorite stadium you ever had a chance to play in, not including yours?
Logansport. I feel like that was a pretty good one.
Yeah, definitely Logansport.
Yeah, Logansport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Sulphur. Sulphur.
Logan, yeah,
Sulphur,
I never
too.
got to
Sulphur,
play in
Logansport.
Sulphur, but Sulphur was that was a good one.
Sulphur Field is
Bro
amazing.
Bridge was pretty nice. I think they just redid their turf when we got there, and that field was pretty.
I didn't start during Sulphur.
I don't
Man,
know.
that was a nice game.
Favorite pregame meal? What is it?
We had coach's chicken this year before it closed. That was pretty good. I mean, we had Canes maybe our sophomore year, so those two were probably the best.
I remember at one point we got like some Chinese food. Man,
I
that was
would too.
good.
I agree with Cooper. That food was good when we had it, man.
Coach's chicken.
Yeah, Coach's chicken.
Man, that sausage is good.
Yeah,
That
Coach's
hurts your
chicken
stomach,
is
though. God.
I'll say McDonald's.
I'd probably say jambalaya. You know, the coach's chicken, it'd get to me in about 30 minutes after I ate it.
Yeah, the jambalaya was pretty good.
What do you turn to in the locker room? Pregame music. What do you go to?
Oof.
First day out, T Grizzly.
Gotta be some NBA YoungBoy.
Heating Up by Lil Baby.
I'd say some NBA young boy.
NBA young boy.
Yeah, probably the same.
Probably a man more.
Probably In the Air Tonight.
Or some Creed.
Or Creed would be good.
Favorite game day uniform?
Ooh, I like the black and white. They don't. I like the black and white.
Black and white?
I like our other black jerseys with the diamonds.
I love those
That is-
jerseys. They're so clean.
Yeah, I like
Beautiful.
all black with the diamonds.
Mm-hmm.
I think the whiteout actually looks good.
Yeah, Whiteout.
I say just like coupe, black and white.
I like the white out.
Who's the funniest guy on this football team?
Oh,
Lee.
Probably.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
This guy?
Yeah,
That guy right there.
Okay. Who's the hardest worker on this football team?
Probably John.
I mean, I'll say all of us actually.
Yeah, it's hard to choose. We got a
Great
lot
effort.
of we got a lot of hard workers out
Group
there.
effort. Okay. Who do you model your game after?
I'd say I'm on my game after all my brothers. I had 3 brothers come through here, and each of them taught me a certain aspect of the game.
Yeah.
Like James and Thomas. Thomas was a safety. He taught me really how to play safety. James taught me how to run the ball, and Jack, he's always been aggressive, so he'd always tackle me and beat up on me, and he's taught me how to be aggressive and not to be scared.
I'll take a little time on that.
I said a senior there we had a few years ago named Dante Biley. He was a real defensive player, good defensive player, and so he taught me a lot of things that I needed to know.
I can say the same thing. Dante, he really helped with the offensive side of the ball with receivers.
I say same thing as Peyton and team. He was just a really hard worker, and he would go and dominate.
I would say my brother. He graduated last year, and he kind of showed me the way up to be a senior and how to be a leader.
I would say Dante and Noah Romero. Them two, they had very similar aspects. They were very hardworking players, very good inspirations to look up to.
Yeah, I'd say Noah probably just maybe looking at things, noticing a tweak in a game, or maybe what a tendency and just learn that aspect of how to be a leader and everything else.
I'd also say Noah as well. Me and him grew up together, and me and him being on the field, we just had good chemistry, and we'd always hold each other accountable.
That's
So
my
it helped me
dog.
out a lot.
Noah, my dog. I remember Noah and Dante in the first round playoff game at St. Helena just go off that night. So I think they were freshmen back then.
Yeah,
So
Noah was.
it was definitely two that left the program that were special.
Yeah, some good players out there.
First touchdown this year, who gets it?
I'm gonna say me.
I was probably
Someone in the receiving corps, probably for sure.
I'll say I get a kick return.
Kick
Probably
return.
Walt.
We're gonna open up the season with a kick return.
Hopefully,
I want
Okay.
to say Peyton. I don't know. Peyton's
I want
very
to say
consistent.
if probably John Lou. He's not here. Probably John Lou.
I'm going for King. King's got good hands. He's fast. He can get out there and play.
Hit Peyton on the slant.
Coach, I'm gonna put my money on first turnover this year. I got my man down there with the hands.
Mason.
First turnover this year, who gets it?
I'd say it'd probably be a
John.
fumble.
Yeah,
I'd say
I'll
probably a
say fumble.
I'd say one of our linebackers get it.
Gotcha. When does it set into you that it's actually game day?
Like after lunch. After lunch it starts getting real. I start getting them jitters, and I'm like, I'll start locking in.
I'll say the night before. You really can't go to sleep after that. So.
I'd probably say on the bus ride there, you just put my music in and you kind of just lock in and you're like, it's time to go.
I'd say after lunch, we really start to set in and really start to get ready and mentally lock in.
I say when we're at home, when we're doing the jacket walk, just you completely lock in and the energy's good. You know it's game time.
I say when the bell rings at the end of school day, it's time to play football.
To me, it's the jacket walk. There's nothing more thrilling than that.
Yeah.
That gets you amped up. You got to do a jacket walk.
Yeah. I'd say probably the jacket walk or the bus ride over to wherever we're playing.
And I get sleepy on the bus.
What sets the tone of a football game in your opinion?
Oh, probably. I mean, if we've been receiving the ball at the end of the season last year, receiving the ball. I'd say receive it and see how far we can go. Like just hitting their kickoff team in the mouth and telling them like, hey, we're here to play.
I'd say a big hit or a turnover or just a huge play. It's a big old 70-yard play.
Probably just the really aggressive drive that'll get you moving. Like just very snappy plays, consistent, good throws, good runs. That'll really set the tone for a good football game.
Most important quality in a teammate, what is it?
Availability.
Consistency,
Saying accountability.
reliability.
I'd say being as proud for your teammate as you are. Like say if they do something good, you just
That's
proud to
Mudita.
say or you just proud of them.
Yep, Mudita.
Mudita.
That was the word.
Yep.
Coach Rico is it.
Okay. What's been the most rewarding part of this journey so far? We'll start here.
Probably the friendships I've gained along the way, even meeting people from other teams, it's just, it's nice to meet, make new friends and have good friendships like, we do here at seniors.
I'd say the memories with the whole football team, even the past football teams. We each have our certain memories with a certain group, and even in games, you get these memories like your first tackle, your first run, your first touchdown. I think definitely the memories.
I would like to agree with John with the memories, because you never want to forget the first thing that you've done on the football field.
I like how this game teaches us how to be men on and off the field. Teaches us long life lessons.
Yeah, like Peyton said, the lessons you learn in the off season, just being accountable for yourself and being disciplined and having to show up.
I think the memories are very special to me, especially since last year I played with my brother, and I'm probably never going to be able to do that again. So,
Mine would just be the memories. I mean, you'll never have something like this again in your life, so just cherish it while you have it. It's a great thing. It's very fun. So,
I'd say probably the lessons you take away from football, like the lessons it teaches you. It's not just pertains to football, but can pertain to life outside of football when this is over.
Let's go with preparation-wise and importance to you. When you talk about maybe the lead up to a game, how important is preparation to you?
It's probably one of the biggest keys to success on a Friday night or Thursday night, whatever you play. Preparation is.
Say preparate.
Real quick. I'm gonna stay with you right here, coming right back to you. As soon as the game's over with, grueling Friday night, what's the steps you like to take to get your body back afterwards?
I ice my ankle after every game, so that's one step. And then ice baths on Mondays, probably with a bunch of the people, is getting prepared for the next week.
Right.
I'd say after their game, a lot of rest, a lot of water to get me ready for practice, so that I'm not tired at practice or whatever, I'm not drained.
What about preparation-wise in the lead up?
In the lead up, I'd say it's pretty much the same thing. Have to be hydrated for it, gotta be ready mentally for it, and gotta have my own music.
I just want to share. That's good. How about pre-game wise, your process? Everyone's different. Are you someone that likes to sleep, someone that likes to go and do some board work, watch film, talk to your teammates and talk about the game plan? Everyone's different. Everyone's got a process in the lead up during pre-game. What's yours?
We'll all meet in the cafeteria, have our pregame meal, and then we'll head back to the locker room, and I like to just watch TikTok.
I'd say mine is I have my points where I'm like energetic and I'm ready to go to war. And the last I'd say 10 minutes before we go out, I'm like in my head, got my music in, and I'm getting prepared.
Oh, my stretch. I sit in my locker into the game, listen to my music, and I just try to stay relaxed. Because if I stay tensed up, then I have a pretty bad game. So.
Yeah, I just try to stay to myself and stretch and just like stay in my own little corner.
I like to listen to music, but also hang out with friends and just get everybody's mood mixing together. You get hype.
Same thing as Tristan, and then like 30 minutes before the game starts, I like to relax and just sit by myself.
If it's a home game, I'm hanging out with friends and watching my phone. But if it's an away game on the bus, I'm usually taking a nap. I always get sleepy on the way to an away game.
I'd say last year probably 2 or 3 hours for the game. A bunch of us would just talk. We'd take our mind off of football just to get to relax and be able to bond with the team. But then leading up to the game, probably 30 minutes before, everybody kind of locks in, listens to music, gets ready.
Before you exit the locker room, what's the last thing that crosses your mind?
Domination.
You gotta hit the K. Every time you leave, hit the K.
Everyone hits the K before we leave.
I know you're ready for war.
All glory to God.
Which game are you looking forward to the most this year?
That game, it shouldn't have turned out how it did. And I know we could have, what the outcome should have been, and we're going to prove it this year.
Salvo. You're gonna get our get back.
I say Oakdale. Fan-based game, rivalry game.
Say week 1 Welsh.
Definitely say South Bow. Getting, like Hoon said, getting our get back, just going back and fighting them.
I would say our week 1 against Welsh. First game as a senior. I feel like it's gonna be a big moment.
I'm probably South Bow. They showed up and just dominated us. That was an awful game, so probably South Bow.
I'd say probably week 1 Welsh here, the best game to look at. But Iota, week 2? Yeah, that game shouldn't have turned out how it was. We had 2 special teams touchdowns. It shouldn't have happened. And that game should have been a whole lot different. I want to play it again.
The importance of being a student athlete here at Kinder.
Stay out of trouble. You gotta stay out of trouble, make good grades, make sure you're doing your best you can in school and also on the field.
They make sure to implement that it's student before athlete. We make sure our grades and everything is good. Because if not, then it's just a student. Won't be an athlete.
Yeah, I say stay on your grades. I mean, if you don't, you wouldn't play. So I say grades is important.
Yeah, just say go out there, handle your business in the classroom and on the field, and you should be all right.
I think it's super important because the freshmen look up to you and they see you in the classroom and on the field. So if you do good in the classroom and on the field, you're going to make a movement on them, and it's very important for you too, going into college or wherever you're going.
Yeah, as Tristan said, I feel that it's important to be a role model on the field and off in the classroom as well.
Yeah, it's good to be like a teachable student. You have to be a good student, and coaches very insistent on that. You have to be good in order to play in this program, or else you could sit out a game if you're a very troublesome student.
Yeah, I'd say being a good role model in the school, because people look at the football team and it's like, if we're all doing like the right thing, they're like, oh, maybe we need to try to do that and take after them. So being a good role model.
I think Coach Reed keeps us in check too. If we mess up in the classroom or if we get in trouble, he'll make us run and do all kinds of things, and I don't want to have to do any more running than I got to already. So.
Yeah, no doubt for that.
How would your coaches describe you on and off the field?
I would say, off the field, respectful. On the field, get the job done.
I'd say consistent. I feel like I'm pretty consistent. I'm here 99% of the time. Shout out to my dad. He always makes me be here.
It's like pretty much the same as King. Respectful. Just the way I was raised. Always had to be respectful. And on the field, always ready.
Say just respectful and hardworking on and off the field.
Definitely, like Lee said, being consistent, just always being here, being with the team and in the classroom, just everywhere, just being respectful and consistent.
I would like to think the coaches think of me as driven and ready to work.
I think the coach would think of me as,
Energetic.
yeah, happy, always a smile on my face, and dependable, reliable, and respectful.
Probably off the field respectful, and on the field probably coachable. Watching the game, probably helping with some of the players just throughout the game.
Who's a player on this team that you look up to and why?
Probably John for how hard he works, and then Lee for how consistent he is all the time. No matter what, he's going to be here. It doesn't matter what time you show up. He's going to be one of the first people here.
Probably John. He's always worked very hard. He's like a Noah, as when I look up to him. So that's who I'd look up to on this team.
I would say John as well. Every time we go to the local gym, he's there, and I always dap up and say hey. So
I definitely think John Luke, his routes and stuff, just being a role model and how good his routes and stuff are and his catching abilities.
I'd say Brandon, he's just a good kid. He's always here and just a really well-respected player.
I have actually two. I have John and Peyton. At practice, whenever they line up at DB, it can get really competitive, and then we just here to help each other out.
Say Lee and all of our receivers and DBs. I look up to most of the people, not only because I like to hold them accountable just as much as myself, and I like to be a team player. So I look up to all these people and make sure that we're all on the same page.
Yeah, pretty much the same thing. I look up to, I like to point out our linemen just for all the extra work we've been putting in. And then my boy John right here for how hard he's working.
What's the biggest obstacle you've had to overcome in your career?
Trying to be faster than I was. I mean, that's probably my main goal is to get faster.
I'd say being nervous and being scared. I'd always be nervous for a game. And also, right before I got in, I'd always be nervous. And I never thought I would play defense. But once I got out there, I kind of had to learn to adjust. And it's definitely paid out for me.
I'd say less injuries. As in my sophomore year, I had a lot of ankle injuries. Then going into my junior year, it's been getting a lot better than my sophomore year. So less injuries.
I'd say position change and just doing whatever I could to help out the team, no matter what situation it was.
definitely me just like working on my speed and size, just having to gain a lot of weight for defense and speed for offense and defense, just having to work on a lot of stuff.
I would say, as being an undersized offensive lineman, working on my footwork and having the right technique to win over people that are bigger than me.
Mine would be how nervous I usually am before a game. Always scared I'm going to mess up. Be a crucial moment in the game, so I just need to be more dependent on myself. Know I can do it.
The biggest obstacle probably I have to overcome is my speed, so attack that by being maybe the better zone work on defense or taking better angles at the football or something to maybe balance out that I'm not the fastest kid on the field, so I take better angles at the football.
I know this is a big film group here. Some programs you go to, it's show up, let's get our highlight tape and let's roll. This ain't this group. When you get there on a Saturday, what are you looking for? When the film turns on, what are you looking for as an athlete?
Looking for mistakes.
Yeah.
Find how to fix
Where you
them.
can get better.
Definitely looking for my position, figuring out what I can do better. Because, I mean, if you look at everything on the film, you're going to get lost. So you look at what you can do better and you work on, and everybody does that, you're all going to come together as a team.
I look at the good and bad. If I had a good game, then I give myself a pat on the back, but I got to keep on going. Then after that, look for the mistakes and see what else I can do good.
Mine would probably be mistakes, even you and other, like somebody else in your position, and also great plays. Like, let's say that game, I play corner. Let's say the other corner had a great play. I would watch what he did in order to have a great play. So.
Same as Mason too. I like to look at, like, I'm a DB, so I have my part. They have their part. If I see somebody else who's a DB that's kind of slipping up a little bit and who could work on it and like an easy fix, I like to give them a little word of advice.
Do you love to compete and why?
Yeah, I do. I like whenever, like, we've had a bunch of games where it was a blowout, honestly, and I feel like those games aren't the funnest to me. I like a good competition, because like everybody's just so amped up to see what's gonna be the outcome, and so yeah, I love to compete.
I love to compete not only just because of football, but because of life. I'm a younger child, and all my brothers, they've always been rough, so I always had to compete against them to hold myself, to defend myself, I guess. But, I mean, life is a competition. You're always going to have to go against obstacles that you need to face. So I'd say that I'm a competitor, and I take pride in it too.
Also, I love to compete too. When we played against Union, you find someone that's on the same level as you. It goes to show that you need to work harder at your position.
Yeah, I'd say I love to compete. Practice, we kind of like iron sharpens iron. We go at each other one-on-ones and try to make each other better, and just like to compete.
Definitely love to compete in off seasons, the sprint workouts and all that stuff. We always go against each other on the hurdles and all that, and it's very fun and it's very competitive, and it helps each other on the field.
I would say I'm competitive. I mean, obviously I like to win, but it's also the work to get there, and it's just seeing your accomplishments.
I'm very competitive. I love the adrenaline of being competitive. It's like fuel, very fun. I love the competitive nature of things. So.
Yeah, I like to compete, not just on the football field, but around my house. Everybody, it doesn't matter what you're doing. It's going to be a competition. So competition is fun. Competing is fun.
How does this team stay focused on the day-to-day while keeping the bigger picture in mind?
Probably working on the little things.
Definitely our coaches getting on us.
Taking everything day by day, step by step. You got to focus on other things, like Cooper said, before you can get to the big things, which is the dome, which is playoffs.
I'll just say be patient with it. The time's going to come.
What's one thing that football has taught you that applies off the field?
Consistency. You need to be very consistent in life and everything that you do, and also be very dependable and reliable. That's a big thing in life also.
Probably change. I mean, we've had a lot of change over our high school career, whether that be new coaches or new offense or new defense, and life is consistently changing. And you've got to adapt to it.
Always give it 100% effort in everything you do. No matter, small things, big things, you always got to give your full 100% effort.
You learn to work hard. Like say, this is like a job to us. We go Friday night. We're working. We're trying to win. We're trying to do our job. And also say, just like Cooper Mason said, dependability. Outside of life, you got people who depend on you. Like if you have a family. And just like Cooper said, yeah, that's pretty much it.
John C. Buck, on a Friday night, it's a special place. What has it meant to you to play here over the years?
A lot. Watching teams before us that won the state championships and seeing how much a community builds around them, it's very special to see that you mean that much to your town or whatever you do. So it means a lot.
Yeah, just seeing how much you mean to the people here, like everybody that comes to support these games, and then you also see the people that have came out of it, like Dante, Noah, just great people to look up to. So it's a great community.
Yeah, I would say looking up at the stands full, seeing all the people there for you, seeing what this game matters to them.
I'd say it's a blessing to play here, especially with the community and all the past teams and everything. Like when you're outside, when you're say in Market Basket or whatever, you'll have people walk up to you and say, "You ready for football? You ready for football season?" So we have a pretty fiery community who all loves football. So I'd say it's been a blessing.
What do you want people to know about this year's Kinder Yellow Jacket team?
We're gonna be the best in a long time.
Yeah, we're definitely a lot better than last year. Just put that out there.
All those years ago when you first picked up a football, what made you want to play this game?
Just a love of
The
progression,
adrenaline.
If you, I don't know, you got a lot of emotions, you just take it out on the field, man.
I said the love of the game. You love the game so much. Then you go on and you play college ball.
Say seeing the big competition and wanting to be in that situation.
Just seeing the older guys when you're little, going out there on the field, and they look so big to you when you're small, and then you would go out there and you just fight and just compete.
So,
I would say that seeing your role models, people you know, come play football, and thinking that could be me one day, and then go and play, and now it is. So.
I'd say the love of the game, for sure, and the competitiveness. And I've been playing football for a long time, so I've realized the skill that I have. So also the God-given skill, for sure.
What advice would you give to the younger generation that do look up to you on those Friday nights?
Put in the work.
Just keep playing. It's a fun sport. Great things come out of it.
Follow your dream.
Stay the course.
Have fun and outwork everybody.
I'd say probably cherish it because being seniors, we were freshmen 4 years ago and we thought, man, that's so far away. Now you're here. It's like we were freshmen yesterday.
Goes by in the blink of an
just
eye.
Like we
savor every moment you have and enjoy it while you're here.
Yeah.
Your biggest supporter in your life?
Just my family all around, and I have, a lot of friends too, but mainly my family that supports me.
It's always been my family, like my dad. And my dad for sure, he's probably my biggest supporter. He always keep him updated about how practice went, how the games went, and my family all around too. That they all love football and they love watching me.
Oh, my say family. I come from a big football family, so they push me, motivate me, do anything, and also tell me to make sure you make good grades in order to play college ball.
Yeah, I'd say my family, my parents are always supporting me and just pushing me to do better and get better.
Definitely my family too, but also God. Very big supporter. I support him. God supported my life, and he always will be.
I would say my dad and my brother, they both push me to be here and stay consistent.
Probably my family. My parents are the two biggest. My dad loves to pump me up before football games. My mom always loves to see me play and everything. Two biggest supporters.
Yeah, I'd probably say my family, my dad, not only pushing me, but him being an ex-coach, just telling me, hey, maybe you need to do this better, or you need to work on this, just giving me tweaks to work on.
Who are you playing for this year?
Probably God probably being the first one, but my team and the brothers around me, just play for them and know they can count on me.
Probably everybody around me and myself. I mean, all these people at this table, it's our last year, so I can say that they can depend on me in a football game, that we can keep on playing to the next night, to the next Friday night, because we don't have very much longer of this, so might as well cherish it.
Yeah, I'm playing for my teammates, the people that I've grown up with, went to school with all year.
Definitely playing for all the seniors. I mean, it's our last year. We all have to just be accountable for each other and just it's a fun game.
Yeah, to the community and all the seniors that are here.
I'll say the community, because out on the field, they expect you or count on you whenever you need it to make a big play.
I'd say the community and the team that we have. We've all built a pretty good brotherhood around here, so I like to be dependable on that and to play for all them.
Yeah, I'd say the community and the team, but like my main, is the seniors, because I want to make it as far as we can. It's our last time, and some of us will never play football again, so I want to make it as far as we can.
Final question. When it's all said and done, what are you going to miss the most?
The family, the brotherhood we have, and just being able to, do things like this, just having good times with the team.
Being on the field in a huge atmosphere and just soaking it all in and just getting ready for the next play.
What am I saying? Being with this team, because it might be your last time seeing them.
I'd say playing on our home field with other seniors.
Definitely gonna miss the field and all the seniors and just the energy you feel just being with all this team and the people and the coaches.
Definitely the coaches, like Tristan said, but also playing this game I love with all my friends.
Yeah, it's definitely just everything about the sport. You'll never have the same feeling of being out there on the field, playing that snap, having the adrenaline of getting a tackle. You'll never have the same feeling of like the support of the coaches and everybody around you. So you just gotta cherish every moment of it.
Probably being around the team, just every day that you show up and they're going to be there, just being around them and having that connection and memories with them.
Final words, guys. Any questions for myself? Final words before we close this one out.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
We're good?
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can catch these guys in action against Westlake in the scrimmage, and then you have Jamboree where it will be Kinder, Oakdale, and Oberlin.
Yeah, so I think it'll be an Oberlin this year.
Okay. So 2 opportunities before week 1 gets here to get your first glimpse of Kinder football this year. Bigger, badder than ever. Can't wait to see what's in store for this program. Can't wait to get down here to John C. Buck and call another game and see this great team on display. It'll be a lot of fun. This is a special senior group, and they're going to do great things this year. Guys, keep your head down, keep working hard, have no regrets, and leave it all out on the field.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
It's an honor to be here today.
It's an honor you have me.
Thank y'all for
you.
sitting with me.
Yes, sir.